No, I just saw the first 6 minutes of the first movie slash TV series. Honestly, I'm kind of confused myself of Megamind versus the Doom Legacy, or what is it called? Doom Syndicate. There we go. But besides that, how I felt of my first impression of this series, I guess, because in the first 6 minutes, really established what's actually going on in the very beginning of Megamind and the versus of Doom Syndicate. It's basically saying being past 2 days after the movie actually happened that Megamind became sort of the hero, the protector of Metropolis. But the only problem is it really lacks so many things. In fact, one of the things I actually noticed is the voice actor who plays Megamind is not Will Ferrell. And in fact, Will Ferrell is Megamind. It's one of those very specific kind of actors who is the character. And the person who replaced him to play Megamind doesn't have the Will Ferrell isms. That sort of way he says certain specific things of Megamind. Like he tries to say hello, he say hello. Like he's over exaggeration in a certain way to make him unique as a character. But the only person who knows how to say that sort of isms in his own character of Megamind is Will Ferrell. This new voice actor who replaced them doesn't have that isms. And in fact, they attempted to give him that isms in his own character. At least the first 6 minutes I had seen of this very beginning franchise, that is disappointing because it sort of lacked that sort of charm. Not just him, also Minion, who replaced him with a different voice actor, even sounds kind of auto shop. Like, I mean, auto shop, it's sort of his voice sounds more high pitched. It was like tuned a certain way to sound more similar to the original voice actor who played Minion. Even that, the first 6 minutes established, he's not allowed to say Minion. It's sort of understandable because people get confused, and that because it's another franchise called Minion, so they have to call him Old Chum. Because it's sort of weird they went this direction. He also the animation is not good. I mean, be fair, you know me. Once in a long while, if you're described, I always say animation is not the most important thing. It's the third most important thing. The most important thing is the writing is the voice acting. The animation is third, but the only problem is this was sort of kind of a film movie first, and you sort of downgrade it to so many things. You kind of notice all the wrong raw passions of this new interpretation of Megamind because it just sort of struggles to get that charm. Now, before I continue, my name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, do reviews, first impressions, and sometimes cartoon theories, and also sometimes cartoon breaking news. And today I'm going to talk about the first 6 minutes of Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate. Of course, before I continue, I do like if you put a like, a comment, and subscribe because one of those things really help my channel. If you like how this is going, if you do, you just really help if you do one of those things. You don't have to, but it does help because I'm a small channel. Because also, I'm tempted to sort of go get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting close to it thanks to the people who did like, comment, and subscribe. And that's basically what I wanted to say. Let's continue of the review. But to be fair, DreamWorks always downgrade their movies to TV series for more lower budget. But even that, you can easily defend, like, compliment the franchise. Specifically, the first time they put on TV series, which was it called, the Martial Art Awesomeness or something like that. That one was lower than the original, but still retained the comedy, even the voices. That it's not the same voices. They have someone who sound very similar, and he understood how each character really sounds. It gave their isms in a way. Megamind versus the Doom of Syndicate doesn't. For some reason, it sort of fails so many parts of that. Like, I can forgive the animation, but I cannot forgive the sort of understanding the character, how they're supposed to say certain words. I mean, that is not the same voice actor. Even that, the sort of how it's written, it feels flat. It doesn't feel as interesting. It sounds interesting that Megamind attempted to do sort of a hero's work, even that he was a villain so long that he sort of struggles becoming a hero. That itself makes so much sense to move Megamind's character moving forward. But the only problem is like that sort of intrigue, that sort of interest of the characters. I feel the writers, or maybe new writers, didn't understand what were they actually aiming at the first time they make the movie. It feels like they're trying to recopy instead of exploring what they make Megamind fascinating, fun, and interesting. Besides not getting Will Ferrell played Megamind, it's sort of obvious you do notice even that the voice that tries to get that sort of kind of Will Ferrell isms, it's just the writing it lacks. Like you could blame the voice actor, but you can't. You have to blame the writers because the writers are the ones who set the stage of the voice actor to actually nail the performance. They're the one to understand how Will Ferrell say sort of things and direct the voice actor who replaced him to nail it. And the only problem is he didn't. And that's the other problem with the other franchises of DreamWorks, specifically TV, the franchise based on their movies. They are started to learn over the years. They sort of stop trying. It's almost like they want to, they're not. Even the best shows of DreamWorks are basically the what's it called, the Fear Squad. That was probably the best TV animated series that DreamWorks ever made, but they kind of embarrassed they actually made it, even that it's the best version they ever made. Even that it's not based on none of their movies, it overshines them. Even that have the lower budget compared to Megamind, the Doom Syndicate, and compared this to the Scare Squad. Scare Squad is actually better for so many reasons. It actually feels they actually care, even by pacing standards, written, how you voice it, how you direct it. It feels they actually care compared to Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate that feels sort of empty. I mean, not I'm over exaggerating here, but you get the point. Even that I know they meant this for a young audience, and that sort of kind of makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't because Megamind survived by memes and also sort of nostalgia of people who loved the movie. Even that the movie was sort of kind of the stage of DreamWorks being sort of mature, but knowing doing sort of like Looney Tunes sort of thought process that make it for everyone, make it a little bit more for the adults, but yet make it young enough to make sense to the youngsters to have fun with. That's what I mean, sort of Looney Tunes sort of logic. That's sort of we are for everyone. And this one make it sort of not that. Like the first 6 minutes I watched this, I was sort of feeling a little bit bored. Like I feel the pacing wasn't there. I thought you compared this to the Bad Guys special. That I have to say I did like the Bad Guys special because it's sort of a prequel, but at the same time, he sort of didn't understood the aesthetic of the original movie, but he still understood the soul of the whole film. This one sort of kind of struggles that. In fact, I said it before, DreamWorks have a habit of sort of not caring. In fact, I think the best example of all the TV-based movies that DreamWorks actually made is the Cruise Family Tree. Watch the first episode of that series, and you realize it's super kind of dry. Like they don't have the original voice actors, not even original. I don't think even have the original writers because it doesn't have the charm. Even that feels all the voice actors are bored or they don't know how to say the lines right. Even that none of them actually have chemistry on with them in the show. It's just sort of fascinating. Even how many seasons they actually got. Of course, a Cruise franchise makes sense for a younger viewers that it doesn't need to go that far. But Megamind is sort of the opposite. And once again, I survived by means and adults who grew up watching Megamind. It seems to me they put the wrong process doing this project. They should have focused on the adult aspect of Megamind because let's face it, they want you to subscribe of their streaming service. The only people who will pay or remember Megamind is the adults. That's the one who love or keep making the memes. Not the little kids. The little kids read the memes, but I'm 100% sure they don't actually not stop focusing making more memes of Megamind. It's the mature adults who have mature aging to see what kind of funny things we can make of Megamind. This one doesn't. It sort of ran all the ideas. Feels like, yeah, this is for little kids, just make it for them. And once again, is nothing wrong with it, but some franchises are made for sort of different graphics. Some of them are actually made for more of mature adult than little kids. Some made some for little kids, less for the adults, or some of them sort of in between. And Megamind is unfortunately for the adults because it survived because the adults like it so much. Yeah, it's sort of kind of confusing that went this direction. In fact, if you've seen the first 6 minutes, did you piss you up? You think it's okay? Or do you think people are over exaggerating or I'm over exaggerating? Because let's face it feels they're not trying or they sort of not yet figure out how to make it work yet. I could be wrong. I think all this video could be completely outdated when the whole franchise, the whole movie and TV series would come out and peek out and show it. Yeah, this is actually good. But once again, this is my first impression of the first 6 minutes on YouTube. I mean, what's more, it's just an opinion. I don't know about you, how you felt about this. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or you still don't care anymore? They just ruined the whole franchise. Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for subscribing. Thank you subscribing. Whatever. Just say bye. I just sort of broken right now. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for watching.